Hey, scrappy people, it's Tracy Reed here, back with the very last video in the current Wreck-It Wednesday series. If you have been loving this series, I would love it if you let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see more in this series, a new kit, something else, just let me know below. So this is the other side of the last video I completed, the 6x12 reverse plus the pocket page. So I am finishing up the Twin Arches spread, and this one came together super quick, super quick. I was done with this collection, done with all of it by the end of this. So it came together super fast. So I am pulling in some of the, you can see how much I just have killed the Heidi Swapp embellishments. And I'm going to put Explore right across the middle of this photo of one of the arches. And I love how this happy accident happens in just a second and makes the title for this page. So I want to use this blue camera because of Patrick's blue shoes. And I have this Let's Go. And I'm going to frame this photo of Patrick and I with the Let's Go. Yay for using up product. Loving that all of this is coming together so well. I'm actually going to trim down these photos just like I did on the other side too, but I haven't done that yet, so we'll make it work. Trying to see what else I can add to these pictures. I really wanted something in between our feet there, so that banner was perfect. Now I'm going to start trimming everything down so it matches the other side. Goodbye, 4x6. Not all of the photos get trimmed down, but the majority of them do. I like having a little variety and leaving some 3x4s and 4x6s as well. I saved these Go See Do's from the last video to put them on this side of the spread instead. So I'm going to put them on the right-hand side of that card. Now I need to find some papers to finish up these cards with. So I'm trimming down this 3x4. I use this same paper on the other side so it draws both pages together. Use this paper on the other side as well. And I have some leftovers that I haven't quite used yet. I wanted to use that feather paper really badly. I love feathers, and it was the perfect color palette for this spread. It really, that brown really matches that big South Fork sign, so it was perfect. And the photo that's going on top of it is a photo of me. So perfect. Gonna make sure that this is 6x12. Awesome. Make sure everything is straight. I'm working on both of these pages simultaneously. Just kind of how it happened at the end here. Trying to decide what I want to add here. I'm going to use this matte paper as the 4x6. It's a good neutral background, especially so that I can see that Go See Do very well. Trying to decide if I want to matte the photo, so I add this little strip that I had left over, trying to use up all of my scraps on this last layout. At the end of this video is a wrap-up of all of the pages I completed for this Wreck-It Wednesday series, as well as an overview of the product that I have left over, so you can see, you know, just how much of it got used and how much I have left. I had a little bit left, but not too crazy amounts. What I ended up doing is I ended up using a lot of like the same papers throughout, so like I used them to death, like this Pink Fresh Studio triangle paper. I used them up, you know, so there were some papers left over, but not a lot. I trimmed off the top of that tag, so now it's just a journaling or a quote block, I suppose. That blue camera I really wanted to use, and I do use it, but it's just so big. I needed it just to be a little bit smaller. Starting to tape everything down. I leave that Let's Go photo down centered towards the bottom of the card for the whole video, and I think I take the pictures like that too, but then it just was bugging me, so I end up moving it to the middle of the card after everything is said and done. So talking about happy accidents, Let's Go Explore became the title of this video because I happened to put those two together, and I was like, why didn't I think of that to begin with? They work perfectly right next to each other. So Let's Go Explore ended up being this video title, and I love the way that that title works together. And I was struggling. My ATG was tired after 8 layouts. It was giving up the ghost, so I was struggling with the ATG a little bit. I'm going to add this Gold Blissful from these Dear Lizzy Ancient cardstock, no, not cardstock, chipboard stickers. And yes, there is silver on the other side of this red, and look at this. I'm going to put silver right underneath the gold. No F's given, y'all. Silver and gold can go together in my book anytime. I end up off camera on that 6x12, I end up reorganizing it just a little bit. You'll see, I'm going to add a journaling block here in a second, and you'll see what I end up doing. But first, I'm going to struggle with this adhesive. There we go. Okay, so now I'm like, okay, I need to finish this page off. Add in some of these silver stars. Just trying to use up the confetti, you know. I have so much of this left over. Just like little bits and pieces here and there. So I just want to use up as much as I can. I'm going to add this Stand Tall. It seems appropriate for this photo. Just pulling in the last of the bits and pieces from the die cuts I have sitting on my desk. Use the heck out of this crepe paper sticker sheet, and yes, I am adding pink to this layout. I have pink in my shoes, and they're like front and center featured right there, so I decided to drag in some pink throughout the spread just so that they didn't just look like this weird pop of pink. I did that with his blue shoes as well, so it works out. Now we got two cameras too, a pink one and a blue one for our pink and our blue shoes, boy and girl. So cute. More stars. I also put a pink and a blue heart on the photo of our shoes too. And this is almost done. Can you believe it, guys? This came together so quick. And I incorporated one of those animals. Yay! I'm going to add a journaling block down here at the bottom. And what I end up doing after the camera goes off is I put it underneath the photo, like at the very bottom. And I didn't like the way that that layered. So I'm going to move it up on top of the photo when the camera turns off. So it stays there for the moment, but then I move it when I go to add my journaling, or after I add my journaling, I think. But anyway, that is this video. I'm going to switch over to live voiceover going through the kit. So yeah, I'm super excited to have finished all these layouts with this collection, and I hope you really enjoyed this series as well. All right, bye-bye. Okay, so we have reached the end of this marathon scrapbooking session, and I did get all of these layouts from this series done in one afternoon, probably about 6 hours worth of scrapbooking. We got 8 layouts done. This was the first one, and it pairs with this one. So what was really interesting about using this set of collections was how different a lot of the spreads ended up being. I initially pulled this one to use this wood grain on the other side, but this green paper matched the theme so perfectly I had to use it. And then I pulled in some of these rich colors that I ended up using on this side for this layout as well. And you'll see some of these papers make appearances in other places. The next one I did was this set of layouts. This is all the same event. So I have a 9x12 and a set of pocket layouts, and I ended up using that Great Smoky Mountains National Park that I was intending to use. And you can see that with this one I pulled out a lot of the light blue from the water and the sky in the photos, so I used a lot of the products that had that light blue going on. So even these two layouts compared with these two layouts just look completely different. And then the last set of layouts I did, which ended up being a full pocket spread plus two 6x12 inserts, was this one. And again, we've got a whole different vibe going on. I reached for a lot of the Wolfpack collection with Heidi Swapp. I really killed what I had of that collection. Mostly the embellishments. I did kill some papers, but a lot of embellishment killing going on. And then, so these two are meant to go together, and you can see we've got the remnants of this paper. I ended up using it on this spread. So, I mean, obviously this is Smoky Mountains, and these photos were not taken in the Smoky Mountains, but you don't know the difference when it's just separated from the title. So I've got a lot of I wanted to pull in some of the brown, so I had brown on the side here. Got a lot of gray and navy blue going on. And then on the other side, this was the last spread that I did. We got a lot of green. I really wanted to use up this feather paper, and it matched with the browns in this photo really well, and the browns in all of these photos. So again, we have a whole different vibe going on with this set of layouts than we had with the first two sets of layouts, and it's just a really cool way to create a kit and use up some older product, maybe pair it with your newer product. Let me show you what I have left over from the initial kit that I pulled. Obviously, if you've been watching the videos, you know that I pulled in some embellishments as well, which are right here. These don't count. I pulled these embellishments in, and I will show you those in a minute. But the initial stuff that I started with, I really took down to bare bones. So I had these Boys Rule stickers, ended up using a lot of those. Had a lot of cut aparts that I ended up using. Look at how I hadn't even touched these Heidi Swapp stickers, and look at how empty this is now. Also, the Heidi Swapp die cuts, this is all I have left. I really used a lot of those. Can you even see those? Yep. I really used a lot of those as well. Then we have some cut aparts. These are the scraps that I have left from cutting up the papers and the card sheets and things like that. A lot of scraps. Some will make it into scrap piles, some won't. Here's some more. So you can see, really dug into these Pink Fresh Studio papers. Here is, I'm glad that I still have this Skyline left, because I really love this paper, and I kept using the matte paper instead, which made me sort of sad. Just used the one checkbox from this, cut into this paper a little bit. So these are the papers that I never touched. There are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. A lot of navies. So I had a lot of navies with the Wolfpack, Adventure 08s, and the Goldenrod collection. So I just ended up not needing all of the navies that I had pulled. And then the other sides, you know, this didn't really fit with any of the themes. I really wanted to save this paper, and then I just didn't end up using that one. And this says Merry Christmas. So yeah, I did a really great job using up the collection. I'm really super stoked with how everything came out. Let me know in the comment section below if you enjoyed this series and would like to see me do more series like this. And I will see you next time. All right, thank you.